Welcome to the Recon Trader. In today's video, I will share with you a profit or loss update on the buy and hold strategy versus a KuCoin Infinity Grid Bot strategy. Now, it's been 1 year, 6 months since I deployed these strategies, and I started this challenge because of the trolls down in the comments of all of my grid bot videos always saying it's better to just buy and hold. Grid bots are a complete waste of time. So I decided to go ahead and challenge that theory. And with that being said, we're now 1.5 years into the challenge. And I'll tell you what, before we go any further, drop a comment in the comment section down below and let me know which strategy do you think is outperforming the other strategy. Do you think buy and hold has outperformed the Infinity Grid Bot? Or do you think KuCoin's Infinity Grid Bot is winning the battle? Again, you can just drop your answer in the comment section down below. Now, with that all being said, let's get into the weeds of the actual numbers. And so I've logged into my KuCoin exchange account, and now I just need to come over here to the funding account where I actually hold the Bitcoin that I bought and have been holding since 1.5 years ago. So I just give this a click. That will bring me into my funding account. Now I've actually blown up the numbers so it's a little easier to read from the numbers down here below. And I guess before we get too far into these numbers, it's important to note that 1.5 years ago, basically January 11th, 2022, I purchased $500 worth of BTC at an average price of $42,732.60 USDT. And that $500 basically got me 0.011700066 Bitcoin, which you can see I still hold over here in my funding account. I still hold that 0.011700066 BTC, which has a current value of $353.52, with Bitcoin's price currently hovering around the 30,000 mark, and thus that $500 initial investment 1.5 years ago is currently down 30%. So for you grunts out there, the buy and hold strategy is currently down essentially $150 or 30%. So, keeping that in mind, let's check out how the grid bot is actually performing. But before we get into those numbers, if you're not familiar with how a grid bot operates, it's extremely simple. A grid bot buys the dip and sells the rip up. The mission of a grid bot, again, is to buy low, sell high. And so a grid bot is essentially made up of open limit buy and sell orders. The green lines represent the buy orders. The red lines would represent your sell orders. The space between each grid would represent your profit, essentially. And so when the price dumps and hits one of these green lines, it will execute a buy and accumulate on the way down. And when the price rebounds and goes back up, it will sell when the price hits one of the red lines, thus capturing profit. And the ideal price action for a grid bot typically is something that is moving somewhat sideways between a range, a high and a low limit. Now, an Infinity Grid Bot actually ignores the upper limit and will follow the price up, so it will actually continue to capture profit even if the price goes above the initial upper range. But on the flip side, if the price goes below the bottom of your range, then your bot is out of the fight. And there's only been a couple times in this 1.5 years that the price has actually gone down below my lower range that I set. I think that range was somewhere around 18,000. So for the most part, my bot has been in the fight for this entire 1.5 years. So with that being said, let's check out the actual numbers. And to do that, we need to jump back over here to my KuCoin exchange account and come over to the trade tab, scroll down to trading bot, give that a click, and that will bring you over here to KuCoin's dashboard for their crypto grid trading bots. In this case, I want to click on Infinity Grid Bot right here. That will bring us over to the Infinity Grid Bot dashboard. and then I can scroll down and you will see I just have the one bot currently running. And we can actually come over here to the details tab, give that a click, and you can see under the parameters tab, my lowest price for the grid bot is 18.5. That is what I originally set it at. The entry price is 42,726 USDT, so very similar to the entry price on the buy and hold strategy. And then the profit rate per grid is 1%. That's basically the spacing between each one of those grids that we were looking at earlier. I did not configure a stop loss or a take profit price for this particular strategy because a buy and hold strategy does not have a stop loss or a take profit option. Now, if we click on open orders, you can see my current Bitcoin position is 0.00824609. So I hold a little less Bitcoin than the buy and hold strategy. However, I have 213 USDT available to buy Bitcoin when Bitcoin's price drops. And so you can see I have 10 buy orders, which would allow me to buy Bitcoin if Bitcoin's price was to drop down as low right now as 26,757. Or on the flip side, if Bitcoin's price continues to rise, I have 10 sell orders to capture profit on the way up, all the way to 33,699. Now, if we zoom into the actual numbers, you can see my initial investment was 512. Now, if you're new to these updates, after the first month of this challenge, I had to shut the grid bot down. It had locked up for some reason, and I had to restart it. I got lucky. Bitcoin's price was still pretty much at the same price at 42,726. So I reinvested the $12 profit that the bot had made in the first month of the challenge. And so I ended up rebooting the bot with 512 USDT. And right now you can see my total Infinity Grid bot assets is 462. And so basically I'm looking at a 10% loss currently. And that is a pretty simple calculation. If you take my unrealized P&L of $82 and then add back in the grid profit that the bot has captured over the last year and a half of $32, I end up with a total profit, in this case a loss, of $50 essentially. And that is how we end up with a balance of 462. Or a 10% loss. And so currently, the buy and hold strategy is down 30%, and the grid bot is down 10%, and thus the grid bot is currently winning. However, if Bitcoin's price continues to rise, maybe that'll change. I will do an update video in about a month, so you might want to shoot that subscribe button so you don't miss out on those update videos. If you like this video, do me a favor, spike a like. If you have any questions or comments, drop them in the comment section down below. And until next time, remember, never send your money into battle without first doing your recon. See you in the next video.